Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? This y'all one and only Facebook Minister Eric Robertson Jr. It's been a while. Sorry. It's been a long time since I've been on here to do a heart-to-heart talk. Been kind of so busy with work and everything, so it's been quite busy on my end. But anywho, I just wanted to come on here and drop something what led to me to do a heart-to-heart talk. And it actually says in the title, reciprocation is required. Reciprocation is required. Reciprocation is required. And you're like, Aaron, why do you mean reciprocation is required? What for? For what? Why? How come? Let me give it to you. In the Word, two of the commandments, especially in the New Testament, says this. One of them is love God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. The other commandment is love thy neighbor as thyself, meaning love your neighbor as yourself. So, them two common things that's coming into play is saying you have just as much you want to receive it, you have to be willing to give it. Don't ask for something that you're not willing to give back in return. Don't ask for the things that you're not able to reciprocate back. If you want love and they loving you, you have to love them back. I tell people like this, I love you, but I don't like your ways. God's told me to love you, not to like the ways, especially if it's not of God. So, if God requires me to love you like I love myself, often think of this. The way you treat people is the way you actually love yourself. Let me say that again. For one, go over his head, for one. And for two, that the people in the back can hear me. The way you treat people is the way you treat yourself, no matter what you say. The way you treat people is the way you treat yourself. If you choosing to ignore people, that means you have tendencies to ignore things about people. You ignore things about yourself. If you sitting up there doing people any kind of way, that means you doing yourself any kind of way. You treating yourself any kind of way. You're like, no, I treat myself right. I do this by myself. I keep myself. So why are you treating people the way you want to treat them? If you treat yourself right, shouldn't you treat people right too? If you're treating yourself right, shouldn't you treat people right? If you're doing right about yourself, if you're doing right about yourself, shouldn't you do right about people? Shouldn't that be what we're supposed to do? If I'm doing right about myself, if I'm loving myself, shouldn't I do right about other people? Shouldn't I do right about other people? Shouldn't I love people? Or I'm going to do myself right. I'm going to treat myself right, but treat people any kind of way I want to, and expect it to be okay. Reciprocation is required. Don't ask and don't give. Well, don't ask and expect something that you can't give and expect back in return. If you saying, oh, I require this, and this, shouldn't you be able to give it back in return? Shouldn't you do your part? Shouldn't you do your end in agreement? You expect everybody else to hold up their end in agreement, but you can't do yours. Interesting. And wondering why we're not prospering. No wonder why we're not having successful relationships and marriages. No wondering why our walk with God kind of bites right now, because we're expecting to be given stuff. Gimme, like we entitled. But we're not willing to reciprocate it back. God just asks for our time. God just asks us to do what he calls us to do. But we want God to bless us with a financial increase, bless us with a husband and wife, bless us with this, bless us with that, do this for us. But we can't even do the simple things. We can't reciprocate something back to him. We can't communicate with him on a daily basis. We can't spend time with him on a daily basis. We can't do our calling on a daily basis. I used to be like that, and I'm going to use myself as an example. Anybody else would get offended. I used to be like that. But then realizing things ain't really working out, I have to remember, if I love myself good, I got to love somebody else good. I got to show love to everybody else real good. If I want to be able to be better, I have to be able to do better. I got to treat people good. See how that reciprocation comes into play? If I'm treating myself good, shouldn't I treat people right? If I'm being honest with people, shouldn't I be honest with people? If I'm being loyal to people, shouldn't people be loyal to me? Even though we get nowadays the fake love, the fake loyalty. If I'm asking for certain things, shouldn't I have to reciprocate it back? Even if I'm not perfect, at least I'm trying to reciprocate it back. Please tell me if I'm wrong. It's like we ask so much out of people, but we can't give it back in return. We ask so much out of certain circumstances to work in our favor, but we can't return certain things. We can't reciprocate it back. It's very interesting that love God with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. All these scriptures are actually working in together, but we feel we could do it when we want to do it, or we don't have to do it at all. But wondering why something ain't working right on our end. Oh, wait a minute, it's not working out because you feel you don't got to do it. Oh, we feel we do it when we feel like it. Oh, we feel we can get bare minimum and it should be okay with it. You telling on people, Minister Eric. I ain't telling it just on people. I'm telling about myself. How I used to be to where I'm at now. How I used to be. Like I said, I use myself as an example, but people get offended if I use anybody else. At my young age, teenage years, young 20s, I used to worry about me. Just me. Do myself right and do anybody else any kind of way I want to. But I ended up having the time to reflect on, wow, there's quite a bit of things. If I was able to really properly reciprocate everything back like I was supposed to, the right way, if I was just to do what I was supposed to do in the first place with God, and if I was supposed to do what I was supposed to do and how to treat people correctly and right and being honest and being loyal, I could have avoided quite a bit of things that happened in my life. I could have avoided quite a bit of things that happened in my life. But it was the me. It's all about me. I ain't worried about anybody but me. And that's what we often do. We worry about ourselves. We often worry about my foe and no mo. We often worry about just ourselves. But the reason people don't treat us right because we don't treat ourselves right. But I treat myself right. I do right. Do you really? Really look in the mirror? Really look in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror. Look at that yourself. Look at that soul. Do you actually really treat yourself right? Do you really do right about yourself? We can say yes, physically, but spiritually, no. Not just spiritually, but also physically. At times, we can say no. The only reason, because have you ever thought about have setbacks and think about some things about your life, and be like, dang, if I would have treated that man or that woman right, I would have been in a better position than I am now. Or I would have been more better with myself. Or people would think I'm such a selfish jackhead. God forgive me. Y'all forgive me. Or people won't be thinking I'm a selfish jackass because of the fact of how I'm doing now. I treat myself good. I do good by myself. I expect the people to do right about me, but I don't do right about people. I don't do right about God. But I expect people to be loyal to me. I expect people to be honest to me. I expect people to do for me. I expect this. I expect that. But all the simplest things I'm asking people to do for me, I can't give that same. I can't give that back either. Wow. Wow. And we all grown and wondering why things ain't working out. Wondering why nobody don't want to be with us, be around us. Because I'm worried about myself. I'm worried about doing right by myself. Wow, I realize I'm not reciprocating what I'm asking for. I'm not reciprocating what I'm asking for. I'm saying it one more time. I'm not reciprocating what I'm asking for. Mr. Eric, tell me, why is it why am I the way I am? Look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself, and ask God, what is wrong with me? What do I need to work on to be able to become a better version of myself, to be able to do what? To be able to do right by people, how to treat people right, and be able to do right and do better by God. But I know there's a lot of things. Some people don't really want to have to face themselves and ask God, what is it about me that I need to change? What is it about me that I need to do right about? What is it? Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't never been nothing wrong with me. People just gonna have to take me as I am and be happy with it. I'm perfect. Sir, ma'am, the only person that was ever perfect on this earth, I got realized, was Jesus Christ. This always about us, something about ourselves that we need to work on to become a better version of ourselves. It's always something that we should work on a daily basis. It's always something better for us to work on in order for us to become better. If we sit up here and saying ain't nothing wrong with us, ain't nothing, we don't need to change nothing about us, all we doing is putting ourselves in self-denial. And we're going to constantly be in self-denial and continue to lie to ourselves rather than realizing, wow, there is something I need to work on about myself. Some people say, oh, I can't stand them. Oh, I can't stand her. They pointing out everything I need to say. They just point me out, put me out. Like the saying goes, it's the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't apply, let it fly. Why do everybody get so offensive when something don't apply to them? But at the end of the day, there's always something about ourselves we need to work on, become a better version of ourselves. Always have and always will. To go through a healing process, you got to confess there's something wrong. You're never going to heal if you can't even confess there's something wrong with you. It's something that you do. You're going about things different. If you cannot confess there's something wrong with you, you cannot heal. Don't say you healed. Don't say you need to heal for nothing. When actually, in fact, factual time, there's something about us that we need to work on. There's deeper issues. We just don't want to acknowledge them. But I just want to come on here and tell you, reciprocation is required. If you cannot reciprocate what you're acquiring, don't ask for it. Do not ask for it if you cannot reciprocate it back. Don't ask for anything or expect anything out of people if you can't give it back. If you can't reciprocate it back. If I'm saying back, it means it's just a way of saying, if you can't reciprocate it back, don't ask for it. Don't require of it. If you ain't doing it for yourself, don't ask for it. Don't. Because the only thing you're doing is making yourself look bad, no matter what you say. Well, this is your one and only Facebook Minister Eric Robinson Jr. I just wanted to come on here and drop that little wisdom nugget right quick. But eventually, when I get things situated, I'll really come back on here and start repping back up on my Bible, my heart-to-heart talks. It ain't no longer Bible study sessions, it's heart-to-heart talks, because topics that matters to the heart. I always wrap my session saying, this is your one and only Facebook Minister Eric Robinson Jr. And I always wrap them up saying, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for your hearts, likes, and shares. Y'all have a God bless morning, afternoon, evening, night. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Peace.